Imagine ChatGPT isn't just answering your questions, but it's also managing your daily tasks. Is this the future of AI assistance? ChatGPT's task feature now lets you schedule AI to perform actions at specific times, like sending reminders or creating daily updates. Today's video is brought to you by Brain.fm, science-backed focus music that sounds great, by the way. You can check it out, linked up down below. The question we're going to be exploring right now is whether or not this redefines productivity tools and productivity workflows, whether it's a gimmick or whether it's a missed opportunity. So a lot of people have been starting to talk about AI agents. Maybe you've heard this buzz term. AI agents, it doesn't really mean anything in that there's so many different definitions of what an agent is or should be or could do that it's sort of hard to wrap your head around, how much of this is a rebranding of just a bot. Something that people called bots not long ago is now an agent, and people are like minting money off of that rebrand, versus something that's actually very autonomous and can go out and be useful for you without a bunch of direct input from you. So I think that's sort of the agent that, or the definition of it, that has people more excited, being able to offload some things and automate some things and have stuff actually get accomplished in the background without your direct input. And I think a lot of people feel like what ChatGPT has just debuted with this new feature is sort of the very beginning phase of that for your average everyday person. There's a lot of people, especially those with more of a developer-y sort of background, out there building their own agents and agent stacks and workflows. But let's be honest, most people just kind of need that handed to them on a silver platter. I probably fall more into that category. I'm very interested in being able to leverage AI in this way to get a lot done. I'm fascinated by the idea of having multiple agents, maybe an army of agents eventually in the future, doing a lot of tasks, helping you run a business. We keep talking about how it's not going to be long before we have the first one-person billion-dollar company, maybe trillion-dollar company in the future with the help of AI. That might be possible. As I've been looking at people's reactions online, I think mostly people are positive and excited about this. They do feel like it might make them maybe more productive. Other people have been like, it's not that big of a leap, especially for using the email feature. Why would you have it check the stocks and email you? Like, this is stuff that I can do elsewhere that doesn't matter. If you're just getting a notification that pops up and brings you back into ChatGPT, is that really the best way to do it? Should there be some standalone app or something? These are all discussions that are being had. I think underlying it, though, is this interest in that automation. And I do feel like it is a pretty exciting development, whether this is the cool thing or whether something else comes down the pipeline here. Now, some things that haven't really been talked enough about probably would be privacy as you're working with this sort of a workflow, an app and company, etc. But according to OpenAI, 50% of beta testers of this feature found it to be useful. Now that's their own internal data, but clearly there's some sort of a market or demand or a group of people that can feel like they can put this to use. So my question for you is, do you fall into that category? And if you don't, why not? And if you do, what kind of stuff would you actually use this for that you couldn't use kind of a traditional productivity app for? I just want to take a brief second and let you know about our sponsor today, Brain.fm. I love Brain.fm. I'm literally never without this app on my Mac, on my iPhone, wherever I go, because it just sounds so good. But it's not just about the sound. Brain.fm is science-based, science-backed, and it will help you actually concentrate better. So it actually works as fast as just 5 minutes. And I love the interface, and it just really has quite an effect. Check it out. As you can see, people really love it. And if you check the link down in the description, you get 30 days free.